Well, I'm mixing my fertilizer up. I was going to show, a lot of people will have questions, and I'll be able to put this in the video, what we're using this year. We're using urea sulfate, which you can see it's got the urea is where it's getting the nitrogen from, and we're getting sulfur. Be 33,000,012 parts of sulfur in it. So, I'm using 6 pounds of that in this mix that I've done here. And then this potash, which is the last number, 60, which is 60% potash. And it's the red colored fertilizer. And I'm using 2 cans of this in my mix. And then the 046O, which is a granular phosphate. Some people call it triple phosphate. But it's had 100 pound, it would have 46 actual pounds of phosphate, in which it is the gray colored granular. And I put it in a tub and I mix it real good to get a good blend. And a can of this weighs 7 pounds when I get done. The phosphate, a can of it weighs about 7, phosphate weighs 7¼ pounds. This weighs 7½ pounds to a can. And the urea weighs about 6 pounds to the can, the urea sulfate. It's a lighter fertilizer. But I don't want very much nitrogen to start with because it may just leach out, but it'll give some in the ground to help break stuff down and to give the roots what they need to start. And I'm putting this with our fertilizer spreader that we have. It's a bander, but you can see the mix down in it, and it has a setting where I have it here. And this is applying about that 7 pound to 100 foot a row is what I'm trying to put out. And we'll have to do some calculations in the notes, actual what my mix is. But I'm plowing this in the center of the row under the soil, and this is all driven with the planter attachment. It drives from the rear axle under there. There's a cog that runs the chain over, and then when you pick the power lift up here, it turns it off so you don't waste it when it's not down and in the ground. Well, I'm fixing to load up and go do some more. So, but this is what it looks like, the mix. But that's the 046O, 0060, and 33,000,012. And so what that would give us, if it was all equal parts, would be 33, 46, 60 if you had equal. That's the different ratios, but the way I'm putting it down for 100 pound. But this is a 50 pound bag would have half of this nutrient in it. And then you can see what your soil test requires, which we didn't get our soil test done this year. We should have. But hopefully this, we used ammonium sulfate last year, and I couldn't get it this year. This is what our farm center had, so we're going to try this mix, which is still a source of nitrogen. It's just a different kind. The urea is a good nitrogen. And well, from our corner to yours, give God the glory.